This video is about an incredibly powerful static grass applicator that is just as incredibly easy to make and inexpensive. This is what it looks like. As simple as it is, it will stand 16mm static grass straight and tall. What's in this video? I know you want a lot of information before you make any decision to buy a static grass applicator. As such, this video is detailed and long. So, for your convenience, each topic is time-stamped. Skip forward and backwards to listen to only those things you want. The timestamps are below. This video begins with a quick look at the finished applicator. It goes on to provide an overview of what other scenery tutorials and supplemental information are in our channel. Then there's a detailed discussion of key features and benefits of the applicator. The meat really begins with a step-by-step guide showing how this applicator is made. Once it is made, a review of the many types of grass dispensers that can be used with this applicator is something that you do not want to miss. A demonstration of the pulling power with a 12-volt DC power supply as compared to a 9-volt DC battery shows you how well the applicator performs. I would like you to subscribe, but please be sure that we have what you want. So take a quick look at a summary of the 2,500 plus tutorials that we offer in our channel before you make a decision. If you want to subscribe now, that's fine, but it's best to be sure by clicking on the link below. And do look at our store for modelers. There might be something you like. Note that we also post on Twitter and Rumble. Links are below. It might be easier to follow us there. Now let's get started. This is a brief look at the applicator. It consists of nothing more than a static field generator on a mounting plate with the ability to be powered by either a battery or a wall wart, and to be connected to external dispensers. Shown here is a tea strainer. You can use vegetable strainer or many other things. Now, let's look at the features, or key features I shall say, of this static grass applicator. You get safe and convenient power options. It operates on a 12-volt DC input, eliminating the need for 110 or 220-volt power sources. You can choose between battery or wall wart power for ultimate portability and flexibility. And it uses European Union certified electronics. Rest assured knowing that our kit meets the highest safety standards. It is compatible with various static grasses and grass dispensers. Power different types of grass dispensers effortlessly, enabling quick and easy changes of grass for diverse scenery effects. And this is where we'll end up. A static grass applicator to which you can attach an external dispenser of your choice, and something you can power with either a battery or a wall wart. What's shown here is battery powered. This is my favorite configuration. I'll show you and tell you why later. These are the parts we're going to use in this generator. You can get them as a kit through the link below, but if you wish to get them yourself, they're static grass applicator, banana clips, some end clips, connectors, and a switch. The simplest way to make this is take a piece of scrap MDF, paint it white, and cut some holes. Now we're ready to go. We just have to add the parts. Start by pushing the wires from the generator through the holes. You can see which holes they go through. Insert the switch and then the female banana clip connectors. On the female barrel jack, remove one of the clips and then solder a couple wires to the positive and negative connections. Be sure to check the polarity to make sure that you've got positive on the positive and negative on the negative. If you don't, you'll burn your generator out. Put it in place and tighten down the nut on the back. Solder the terminal connectors to the large black and green wires, and you'll notice that we added a WAGO clip to the black wire from the generator. The red wire has the tip tinned. Add some bottom rails so you've got clearance. Connect the red wires through the switch and the black wires through the WAGO clip. And that's it, you're done. You now have an incredibly simple and portable static applicator in this configuration. I love the battery configuration because it's portable. There are no wires to catch on anything. I'm not tied to an outlet anywhere. This is super simple and very effective. Now, let's watch it work. All right, this is the way we power this. Anything that will fit, a barrel jack type thing that will fit in that female connector will do. This is directly from a 12 volt wall wart. You can take something off your track power, your bench power supply, whatever is 12 volts, with an adapter that will fit here. Now, my favorite is to use a battery. It's a 9 volt battery, and put the battery in here. The beauty of using this with a battery is that I'm not connected to any outlet. I don't have this wire to drag around. I can just pick this up, move it anywhere I want, drop it there. I don't have to worry about an electrical connection anywhere. And I don't have a problem of having a wire catching on any of my models of scenery. Now, as far as the capabilities of the system with battery, I'll show you in a bit that this generator is so powerful that you'll hardly notice any difference in the pull power between the battery and 12 volt. That battery stands 16 millimeter grass up straight and tall very quickly. Like I say, I've got a demo on that later on in the video. You can see how this thing works. But like I say, portable, simple, and very effective. What I'm going to do now is take you through a series of grasshoppers or dispensers that I use with this kit. They're great. I can do many things with them. First and most important for me, just a simple tea strainer. Take the tea strainer, stick it inside a piece of pipe of 1/4 poly pipe, wrap it with some tape, put a wire on it. This thing is great for working close. I work with the side, I work with the tip, and then I'll sometimes put grass through here. But for the most part, this is used for very fine work. For heavier work now, I use a vegetable strainer. It's got a larger screen in it, larger area. Again, I can use it, but this is for my large area. I can put the grass on there and then go ahead and shake it. Now, there's another thing I can do, is I can use this as a shaker. I put a jar with the grass in it, and now it's there. And I can shake, and notice how nicely that grass comes out. And when I'm done, turn it over and put the grass away. Now, let me just put the grass aside. Other thing here is that I use jars to store the grass. I don't worry about the plastic envelopes or containers. Put everything in a jar. They're easy. I label the jar and I can find it. Beyond that now, you can just, if you don't have these jars, you can use mason jars. Now, I'm going to show you also what I do with the jars. This is a jar. Again, I put some screen in it. I now have a shaker again. And I can make different size holes. If I really want to spread it heavy, I can make holes that large, or I can make smaller holes. Again, just a jar with some holes in it. Another thing I do is I use potting soil a lot. So again, a jar, have some holes in it. I use the potting soil. Now I can put dirt on my layout. Very nice and easy thing to handle. Then, and this is a sneaker. As soon as I get the wires untangled here. This is a tool I use a lot. It's an alligator clip on the end of a dowel. And again, I can either charge this negatively or positively. I use it for putting static grass as branches on wire trees and even plastic trees. I put enough PVA on them. You get a charge on there, and I can put a piece of screen on here and use it. Very quickly will stand grass up. I don't need a shaker. I can put it down. I have that wide screen. It'll stand the grass up. Now, what you've seen is a series of things that you can use with one of these static grass applicators that has external dispensers. If you have one that just has a round pot on it with a long handle and have to shake it around, you can't get under things. This can get under low areas. You can get in corners. You get this right next to the building here, and you can get the grass in there, just tap it right in. Very convenient. So, as compared to a regular shaker applicator, these tools are fantastic. I consider working with static grass as an art with the scenery, and I hope this helps. All right, I'm hooked up now to a 12-volt wall wart on my unit. Yeah, let me put it over here. Can't see it that well, but it's 12-volt wall wart. I've got the tea strainer. Let's turn this on and let's see what happens as we get close. I forgot. I'm now hooked up to a 12-volt wall wart, and I have my tea strainer. I have a pizza pan. I'll show you another view of that set up as a flat box. I'll take my tea strainer and we'll bring it over to the grass and look at it pull. Very quick, very easy. That's 16 millimeter grass pulling. That's with a wall wart. And you notice how it's filling the strainer. It's pulling that stuff up. All right, so that's the pulling with a 12-volt power supply. Now, I'll dump that, and I'll break for a second while I set up with a battery. All right, now what I've done is I put a 9-volt DC battery on. It's really not 9 volt. I've used this so much, it's down just on 8 volts. But let's see what happens with this. Look at it pull. you really don't see that big a difference between the 12 volt and the 9 volt. Look how high that is. You really stand the grass up. Now this is the way I use this thing most of the time, on the side. When I'm working in close, I put the grass in with my fingers. I use the side of the T-strainer. Very versatile. And again, that's with something just a little over 8 volts. And the unit's portable. Let me turn this off a second. And what I'm going to do is, if you'll just be patient a second as I take this lock box out of the way. And I'm going to move this over and bring it in. You see what we have? A battery on the applicator. This is the simple applicator. It goes anywhere. It's portable. I don't have to worry about anything. I just love this unit. This is so simple. It sticks flat. I don't have to worry about anything. The only wires I have to contend with are the wires on the working end. Very convenient unit. Like I say, this is my favorite. Just with a battery, that's all you need. Hope it helps. So we'll move on.